Well, it's an anxious game of wait and see in British Columbia this weekend as thousands of people living in the province's Okanagan Valley remain on a wildfire evacuation alert. The hotspot is near Penticton, BC, and what's known as the Christie Mountain wildfire. It covers approximately 2,000 hectares. Global's Aaron McCarthur is watching the situation on the ground for us in Penticton. Aaron.
Jeff, the fire is still burning. Smoke is clearly still visible above the city of Penticton. But the collective feeling here in the Okanagan is one of relief. Helicopters are focusing their attention on the canyons east of the city. The fire still burning, but according to fire officials, the activity about the same as it was Friday.
Over last night, there was maybe around 35 additional hectares in growth just with some of the wind from yesterday, but the fire activity has been fairly minimal.
The concern on Friday was the wind. 60-kilometer-an-hour gusts creating ideal conditions for the fire to move quickly closer to homes. Crews spent much of the day preparing to fight an interface fire, protecting homes with wet lines and sprinklers. Saturday, Penticton's fire chief now believes the danger has passed. Firefighters from communities across BC have been sent home.
We feel very confident that the fire is no longer threatening structures adjacent to the fire in the city of Penticton. However, we are still working on behalf of the regional district for structure protection, and we'll continue to do that until there's no longer a threat to those structures.
300 families are still out of their homes in the fire zone, and the evacuation alert continues for 3,700 more. And while the immediate danger may have passed, it will take crews weeks to get an upper hand on this fire. Jeff?
Global's Aaron McCarthur in Penticton, BC for us tonight. Thanks, Aaron. And wildfires raging in California are only getting worse. And now there are fears that lightning in the forecast could spark further fires. At least 560 blazes are burning across the state right now, most in the north. Fire officials say at least 400,000 hectares have been scorched so far. Tonight, 140,000 Californians are under evacuation orders as more than 12,000 firefighters battle the flames. They're running on fumes, some of them working 24-hour shifts. And as Jennifer Johnson reports, the governor is now calling on Canada to help.
This driver captured almost apocalyptic scenes of an out-of-control fire, one of hundreds incinerating parts of central and northern California. Relentless heat and repeated lightning strikes have set the state ablaze. Countless homes have been destroyed.
We left, and this is what we came home to today.
In the state's famous Napa and Sonoma wine regions, less than 10% of the LNU Lightning Complex fire is contained. Firefighters have taken to the air to fight back. On the ground, electric power lines are sparking and gas tanks erupting.
You could hear this swirling or swishing of air and just going crazy and explosions going off.
All right, guys, I'm going to get you out of here, okay? All right.
A daring rescue in gusty winds saved 2 trapped firefighters Friday night, about an hour east of San Francisco. The infernos are taking their toll as state officials put out a call for more help. Crews from 10 other states are on their way. Firefighters from Canada and Australia are coming too.
In regards to the amount of firefighters, ideally, if I could have 20,000 firefighters, I'd love to have them, but that's just not the reality. Some
desperate homeowners are taking matters into their own hands.
I want to save the neighborhood. Just a little path like this can, save one home, 2 homes. That's enough for me.
The fires have burned larger areas of California in just 2 weeks than wildfires usually scorch in an entire year. Air quality is so bad in San Francisco and Los Angeles, residents are being warned to stay inside.
We have the kind of the double hit, right? When we have smoke impacts from fires as well as the smog impacts because of the weather conditions. Really, you're breathing in both at the same time.
Officials say if you're told to evacuate a region, get out, despite concerns about the potential spread of COVID-19 in shelters.
If you're in the area and you don't need to be there, please leave. Let us do our job.
But firefighters are stretched so thin, no one can predict how long it will take to get all these fires extinguished. Jennifer Johnson, Global News, Washington.